Hello friends, welcome to Dr. Rajkumar's Learning app. Today we are going to see about India and Nepal relations. Recently, Nepal has raised the protest against India's decision to widen the road to Lipulekh. So what is the context? There is an outrage in Nepal over India's plan to widen the road to the Lipulekh. So this Lipulekh gives access to the pilgrims to the Mansarovar. Mansarovar is a pilgrim site for the Hindus in India. So every year people from India will visit the Mansarovar through the road which passes through the Lipulekh. But recently Nepal has raised the protest against India's plan to widen the road to the Lipulekh. So recently Prime Minister of India Mr. Narendra Modi has announced a plan to widen the road at an election rally in Haldwani on December 30. Haldwani is a place in Uttarakhand. So why India wants to widen the road to Lipulekh? Firstly, the pilgrims or the people has to visit Mansarovar through the Nathula Pass, which is in the Sikkim, and that road passes through Tibet and then it goes to the Mansarovar. So it's a long route which takes a lot of days to reach the Mansarovar. Now to reduce the distance or the time taken to reach the Mansarovar, as well as from the security point of the citizens of India, Government of India is planning to widen the road to the Lipulekh. So this road passes through this region. So it passes through the Indian territory. But what is the problem over here? So if you see this colored area, it's a tri-junction between India, Nepal and China. So what is the concern of this? Nepal is saying that this region belongs to Nepal's territory. So it's an integral part of Nepal and not the government of India. So it is a disputed territory between India and Nepal. So the region includes Lipulekh, Limpiadura, Kalapani, and which is the part of this tri-junction. And in 2020, Nepal has issued a new map showing this tri-junction or the entire area as the part of the Nepal. So Nepal is claiming this territory entirely. And now also the opposition parties in Nepal, they are protesting against the India's move to widen the territory. Also, the parties in ruling coalition, they are also protesting against India's move. So according to them, this move undermines Nepal's sovereignty as well as territorial integrity. So this is the major reason why these political parties are protesting against India's move to widen the road to the Lipulekh. So according to the Nepal, this road passes through the Nepal territory, and Government of India or the Indian government doesn't have any power, any right to widen or to do the developmental activities in this region. According to these political parties, the developmental activity which India is carrying out was done without consulting the Nepal's government. Because this region or this territory belongs to Nepal, so India should consult Nepal before doing any developmental activities in this region. So this was the concern of the opposition parties as well as the parties belonging to the coalition government of Nepal. And they have also termed these developmental activities, this construction of the road, as totally illegal, and it also goes against the territorial integrity as well as national sovereignty of the Nepal. So what are the reasons for this dispute between India and Nepal? To understand this dispute, we have to go back into the history. So for this dispute, we can blame the British government. So when British and Nepal war ended in 1816 through the Treaty of Sugauli, it was decided that Nepal will remain independent, but Nepal would renounce all its claims to the disputed Terai region and also cede all its conquered territory west of Kali or the Mahakali river. It means that the river Mahakali was decided as the territory or the boundary between India and Nepal. But what is the problem now here? So the problem here is that the confusion over the origin of the river Mahakali. So on the Nepal side, it is assumed that the river originates at either Limpiadura or near the Lipulekh Pass. So this means that automatically the Kalapani river, it belongs to Nepal territory. But according to India, this river Mahakali has its source to the south of the Kalapani. It means that the entire tri-junction, it belongs to the western part of the Mahakali river. So it automatically becomes the part of India. So again, in 1950, India-Nepal Treaty of Peace and Friendship was signed. But even this friendship treaty was not able to solve this problem. Now thirdly, there is Chinese influence on Nepal. So Nepal government is under the influence of Communist Party of China. Now we know that Nepal government is run through the communist ideology. So there is influence of China over the Nepal government. And this has led to the dispute between India and Nepal. Also, China has a dispute with India with respect to bordering areas. Now this Lipulekh, it has a strategic importance. Now this pass acts as a defense point for India against China. So India can get access to the strategic points which can help India to secure its territory against China. Also, since 2008, this issue has been politicized. This has given a rise of populist politics in Nepal, and also few of the political parties in Nepal wants India to be painted as a boogeyman. So this is the concern for India as well. So what are the demands of the Nepal's opposition party? So they have asked Nepal government to ask Indian government to stop the developmental activities, to take back its troops along the disputed area. Also, they are demanding that Nepal government should start an immediate dialogue with India to resolve this dispute. So it is the duty of the Nepal government to protect its territory against any encroachment. So these are some of the demands which are put forward by the Nepal's opposition parties. Now India also should not take these developmental activities in Nepal lightly. So Indian government should try to solve this problem bilaterally. The dialogues should be taken place between the governments of both the nations. This is because Nepal acts as a buffer between India and China. So from defense point of view, it is very much important that India has a very friendly and cordial relations with Nepal. So this was all about the dispute between India and Nepal. So thanks for joining us. Thank you.